Are you stressed or anxious? Being that you clicked on this video, you might be just that. There's no shame. I'm here to change that, but I can only help if you adhere to 100% of these steps in this video. If you really want to change, you must watch this video all the way through without skipping anything. If you enjoy this video or it helps you in any sort of way, then please leave a like, comment and subscribe with notifications on. It really helps out the channel. Stress is a massive part of everybody's lives, whether it be in relationships, at your workplace or even just in your local community. Stress is unavoidable, and we have become accustomed to that fact. So accustomed, in fact, that we almost turn a blind eye to it, as unfortunately it is so common. But no matter how common it may be, it still affects you in a very harmful way. Extreme levels of stress can lead to heart disease, high blood pressure, obesity, and diabetes. In turn, actually lowering one's expected lifespan, which is already reduced due to the mass of processed foods, pollution, and the chemicals in the water. Combating and reducing the amount of stress in your life is of paramount importance to not only increase your life expectancy and improve your quality of life, but also for all of the people around you. As we know, emotions rub off onto the people around us, therefore affecting everyone, even a random passerby on the street. It may be hard reducing stress at the very beginning, but by following these simple steps and partaking in these activities, after continued practice, these will compound, causing a bigger effect on yourself and the people around you. You will benefit greatly from this, and so will the people around you. The universe is known for giving you what you put in. Put positivity into everything you do, regardless of the result or the outcome, and you will live a better life. There's no doubt about that. Do the opposite and your life will be one of solitude and sadness. Mindset is a massive factor in removing anxiety and stress from your life. I recently read a book called Ikigai, in which the Japanese people of Okinawa have a higher life expectancy than that of us in the Western world. This is due to a combination of many different things, such as their good diet, typically fish, veg and fruit, their lack of stress in their lifestyle, and many more things. I would recommend reading the book. Ikigai itself is essentially a combination of what you love, what the world needs, what you can be paid for, and what you are good at, creating a perfectly fulfilling and harmonious lifestyle. Now here are the ways that you can reduce stress. Spending time in nature. Going for walks and runs in nature has many benefits for everyone. I personally go through my local nature park on my morning runs, and it always leaves me feeling in a better mood. Seeing the animals and the lovely scenery really helps to improve my mood and reduces stress very effectively. Just being in nature alone can generate a vast array of positive emotions, such as calmness, creativity, joy, and can also facilitate concentration. Many studies prove that, as people connecting to nature on a daily or weekly basis is associated with low levels of poor mental health, particularly lowering depression and anxiety. Exercise. Exercising daily releases a chemical hormone called endorphins, which are scientifically proven to improve one's mood and decrease levels of stress and anxiety. This is just one of the many benefits of exercising daily. Stress can usually be attributed to a few main factors, whether you're just going through a stressful patch in your life, whether you have a stressful job, or maybe you're just the kind of person that lives a stressful lifestyle. If any of these apply to you, I recommend you listen very carefully. Stress is extremely detrimental to us as humans, so reducing stress should be a priority of yours. Wherever you go and whatever you do, there will always be some stress in your life. The best way to combat stress will be to build up a resilience against stress. A healthy mindset can help with this. Understanding that what is not in your control is not worth your time, energy, or emotions, and what is in your control can only be affected in the extent of your reach. For example, some things are in our control, but they might just not be worth the time or the effort required. There was a quote I read this morning which I thought encapsulated this really well. Sometimes peace is worth more than being right. Once you slowly build a healthy mindset through a healthy lifestyle, then your reaction to stress will be less extreme, and you will also perform better under stressful conditions. Spending time with family, friends, or loved ones. Spending time with people, especially ones you love and have memories with, can benefit you greatly. Even just being with a co-worker can sometimes improve your day. As humans, we are not solitary animals. We came from packs and tribes. We strive in a community setting, so you must cherish every interaction with others, and in turn, they will do the same. You can learn so much from the simplest of conversations, or a simple conversation can simply help you forget what is grinding away at you and making you stressed. It's easy to turn a blind eye to simple socializing and repetitive conversations, as they appear on the surface to hold no real value, but just the simple act of conversing with others releases a chemical within us that can put you at ease. Knowing there is another fellow human being in arm's reach in case any indigenous animals come hunting. Obviously, I'm referring to us in our most simple and animalistic form, but we can learn so much about ourselves from simply looking back in the past, as we are simply still the same beings we were hundreds or thousands of years ago. Organization. Keeping oneself organized, or at least organized as much as possible, has a massive effect on almost every single aspect of your life. It alleviates stress due to having clear-cut goals, tasks, and activities, then makes carrying them out much easier as you're not confronted with a surprise, in turn having to adapt and change your schedule. You will still have to adapt, but it will mean that you'll be able to work better when having to adapt or under stressful situations. You will sleep better. Not having a cluttered room or a cluttered workspace makes these tasks not only easier, but also more enjoyable. One of the huge benefits of organization is you will get more me time. Not necessarily time spent on your own, although that is great and definitely needed. But by me time, I mean the time to do the things you truly desire to do. Having the time to do these things is so important, as it motivates you even further when you're working. As you know, you can do as you please once you've completed the tasks at hand. And it also brings up excitement, as you won't have any other chores or errands to be doing while you're working, and you'll be in a much better mind state to complete the tasks that are at hand. Meditation, the final pillar of stress reduction, and probably the most effective and most important in the long run. The core of meditation comes from many different things, but is essentially a way to quiet one's mind. We can answer profound and previously unanswerable questions once you are in a meditative state. You can transport yourself to other places in a deep meditative state, and you can also hypnotize yourself into any belief due to the highly suggestive nature of the subconscious and the ability to tap into it whilst meditating. There are many different types of meditation, and they all do many different things. I personally practice transcendental meditation, created by the teacher Maharishi out of India in the 1950s. I have practiced this form for coming up to 6 or 7 years now. This is practiced daily by myself, and is the process of shutting your eyes, calming oneself with regular breathing, and emptying your mind. Then there is a slow repetition of no specific structure of a silent mantra said in your head. A mantra is a word repeated to aid the concentration of meditation. In this case, it is a sound that has no meaning or image attached to it. This way, you're focusing all your energy on something that has no presence or existence in the physical world, but does only in your mind. This empties the mind efficiently and is the perfect way to keep your mind quiet whilst also being wide awake. Meditation is proven to increase creativity, productivity, positivity, and so much more. I can personally vouch for this. The most common form of meditation, and the one I recommend for anyone who's never tried this before, is very similar to the practice of mindfulness. Listen up. I usually start to meditate the second I've left bed in the morning. I wake up, turn off my alarm, have some water, and move over to the other side of the room to sit in my comfortable chair, wrapped in my warm fluffy dressing gown. Make sure you're sat somewhere comfortable, you are warm. Grab a blanket, some pillows. Make sure you don't have any distractions near you, e.g. phones, technology, alarm clocks, laptops, or just noisy people. And make sure you don't do it on a full stomach. Begin by setting a timer, 5 to 10 minutes potentially for your first go. Make sure you're in a stable, comfortable position, one where you can stay seated for an extended period of time and not feel any uncomfortability. You start by paying attention to your breaths, slowly in through the nose and out through the mouth, holding for about 5 seconds each time, max. Slowly but powerfully controlling your breathing and focusing solely on your breathing. This is a way to return and remain in the present moment, which is incredibly important. Any thoughts that come into your mind at this time should not be denied access. As you are controlling your breathing for 2 to 3 minutes, thoughts will pop in and out of your mind. This is your body pushing things from deep in your mind up to the surface. Let your mind think about these things with no external input from yourself. But if you find them distracting, or your focus is leaving your breathing, then bring yourself back and gently dismiss the thought by coming back and focusing on your breathing. Be aware of your emotions, how this makes you feel, how you felt before, and how you feel afterwards. Don't be critical or opinionated, just be observant. Continue this process of breathing and focusing on your breathing and gently dismissing thoughts until the timer goes off, or until you wish to stop. Then slowly open your eyes while still continuing the strong breaths. Be aware of how you feel in this moment, then continue to keep your breathing steady and strong. You may now fully open your eyes. You've now completed meditation. Here's your medal. That's it, you're done. You can do this for 5 minutes, 2 minutes, or even 15 to 20 minutes. I personally do about 10 to 15 minutes in the morning, as long as you please, whatever works for you. It's all personal. Don't compare anything about meditation, whether that be comparing meditation with others about their experiences. You may converse about experiences, but don't be comparative. Or comparing yesterday's meditation to today's. Oh, why don't I feel as happy after meditating today? I did yesterday. That's not something that should be practiced. You should take what you can from every meditative experience and focus on the good things. Don't focus on what you didn't get, because that defeats the whole point of meditation. Complete each meditation as if it's your first time again. Make something fun out of it. Make sure you're warm and comfortable, and make sure that it makes you smile. And the moment you're done, the second you've completed those 600 or 300 seconds of meditation, you can go about your day. It doesn't take long. The small amount of time that you put into meditation will benefit you greatly in many aspects of your life, and it's definitely worth the initial investment. Even if you don't get results straight away, which you won't, you must learn to keep going, building up a resilient mind, learning more about yourself in the process. This is something I definitely recommend for everyone who feels that they're stressed or anxious. Give all of these a go, and then one day you'll look back on this and thank yourself for taking part in these actions, and you'll feel proud.